Personal experience at St. Peter's. That was actually one of the moments during the pre-trip that I was really getting excited about, because you know, it is very common knowledge that I'm Catholic, and not only Catholic, but I've chosen the religion. You know, so I've subscribed to it and I've bought into the values and all of that. So when I figured that we were going to go to St. Peter's, I'm just like, wow, I was so excited. I was so excited. It was funny how parts of St. Peter's just exposes itself to you. Right? As you walk, the Pietà suddenly is to your right, and you glance by and you're like, what is that? Oh, it's the Pietà. Just this constant exposure and exploration and discovery as I went through. I didn't speak. I broke away from the rest of the group, and I just wanted to experience it. By the time I got to the center at the High Confessio, I was already overwhelmed, right? I got there and I was like, hey Pete, what's up? And at that moment, it was just, I wished that everybody I loved and cared about and shared this, the prep and hopes and dreams of this field school was there with me. And I couldn't help but be overcome by tears. I saw Russ and Sheila in the corner, and I'm like, I gotta hide. So I ran to a little corner of construction, and because they were fixing something, and I just broke down. I broke down, overwhelmed for the spiritual significance, overwhelmed by the architectural majesty, overwhelmed by the work that we had put into the field school, and overwhelmed by the payoff that I couldn't ever have imagined. So one of the major foundational goals for myself was to not only have hope and be hopeful, but to actually buy into the idea of hope. Because hope is not just optimism. It's not just you know, leaning towards the tendency of the good things happening over the bad. It's an acknowledgement of the difficulties and struggles that we're experiencing on an everyday basis, like looking into the gorge, but still knowing I will get to the other side. I have to. So going into Italy, it was the same thing. I wanted to come back from it even more hopeful than I left home. So trust me, the group and the experiences, the work gave me many examples and manifestations of the tough times. Just the struggles that we all went through, the late nights, and all of that gave me that part of the equation. But our accomplishments and our ability to make each other laugh, right? Like Dolnik falling asleep during the Fuksas interview prep, right? We were exhausted, and Matt fell asleep in the corner, and he's doing the nodding thing with his arms crossed, and he was just nodding. Yeah, and I cracked up. We all cracked up, and those are the moments that I was able to bring back and hopefully develop and make part of my character. Or going into Italy, my idea of process was quick sketches, quick manifestations of ideas, kind of the IDEO methodology when processing. But for some reason, I always saw the manifestations as a cleaner, finished product. When we got to the Triennale, the best part about it was they showed process and the finished product. Right? So we were walking around, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, blah, blah. And got to Richard Sapper's Cafeteria 9090. I was looking at it and looking at the finished model, and then I saw one of the prototypes. And I kid you not, it was a rolled up piece of paper with masking tape and 2 pencils sticking through it. And my jaw dropped. It dropped, and I'm like, this this piece of paper and 2 pencils was the prototype for the Cafeteria 9090. I was blown away. I turned to Connor, who was beside me, and I'm like, dude, this is possible. We can do this. This is okay. So it was great.